What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. So this was a pretty interesting duel. I didn't really have high expectations of this just because of the two decks that were competing, but then it got progressively better and better. And then by the end, I was like, wow, this was actually pretty damn hype. So at the bottom, we have a Pendulum deck, and this is actually, it's kind of like a Draco version. It also plays some Empowered Warriors in here, so definitely not your standard Pendulum Magicians, although you might see a sighting of like Heavy Metaphors Electromite, just because like every Pendulum deck ever plays that card right now. And then at the top we have Subterra Crawlers, which I mean, I guess it can kind of work together. I know Crawlers can summon the Subterra Link monster. Outside of that, I'm not sure that there's really that much natural synergy between the two archetypes. Yes, they are both flip based, but that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, they both work on the same mechanic. Doesn't mean they naturally work together. But anyways, let's go ahead and roll this. I want to say Pendulums are up first, but I could be wrong about that. Okay, so Pendulums are up first, and he goes for Empowerment, which gets him a monster from the field, activates Draco Face-Off, and you can see he's starting to get those counters on his Magical Abductor, which he's going to blow up, and then he's going to activate another card. Now he gets to use the effect of Magical Abductor. It wasn't like the greatest turn one ever, but I wouldn't say it was the worst. Now, I don't know about Soul Charge and like a Pendulum deck. I think that's kind of troll. What are you doing? Let's see what's going to happen here. Terraforming. Alright, so he's going to activate the Crawler field spell, and then he gets two Crawlers on the field. He is going to summon his Crawler Link, and he tries to attack over Electromite, but he does not find his mark. What is the card he said? Oh, he got World Legacy's Pawn. You know, honestly, if he had that on the field, maybe he shouldn't have actually linked something. I think he was just trying to get rid of the monster. It's alright, though. I mean, World Legacy Pawn's like one of the best cards. Oh, yes, also disregard the Max C. I knew there was something where people keep sending me duels with Max C, and I'm like, yo, this is not... Max C ain't even legal. Anyways, just ignore that. It's not going to be that relevant. He's going to go for a massive Pendulum summon. Summons the Zephyr Link. Doesn't realize that he is going to trigger the Crawler, which is going to come back by this guy's effect. He then goes for the Foolish Burial one, goes for Heavy Metaphors Electromite, is going to pop his copy of, what's it called? Luster Pendulum. Yeah, the reason he keeps popping that is so that he can keep activating cards, and he can keep activating Abductor. Him using that Regeki was probably a misplay, because the monsters are all going to float. Now, he does chain Maxi, and he is going to get, like, a bunch of cards for that, because, you know, the monsters are all going to be like special summon from the graveyard. But I think if you're a Crawler player, how do you not like that? Like, I mean, yeah, you give your opponent 2 draws, which you really didn't have any control over, but you get 4 monsters on the field. Cracking this board is really not that difficult. He is going to make a mistake here. He does this in the wrong order. He goes for Axon, which is a card that is basically has an MST effect in it. He should have actually flipped over Spine first, and he should have had Spine blow up Electromite, because if he blows up one of the Pendulum Scales, which are the cards he's going to choose, he lets the Electromite draw a card. So yeah, he did it in a reverse order, although I guess maybe you could argue he didn't want to use the effect on the Electromite. And now look at this play, man. He goes for a double link summon, goes for Fiendus. He's going to get the big I can't even pronounce it. Subterra Behemoth monster on the field. This is the one that banishes a monster, and check this out. He's actually going to use World Legacy's Pawn to flip it over immediately, and look at this. This is actually a lot of damage coming out of a deck that you don't really associate that much damage. Oh wait, you know what? That was an OTK. Whoops. I was downplaying it. I actually forgot that the duel ended right there. Yeah, you don't ever really see Crawlers OTK, and you damn sure don't see Subterra's OTK, but yeah, I guess they're you know, stranger things have happened, and you actually saw yourself in OTK. So in the end, the Maxi didn't even matter. And yeah, this is obviously not like a traditional Pendulum build. He's running traps and Soul Charge, which if you really look, Soul Charge was kind of troll. Like, what was he really doing? It just sat in his hand the entire duel. He could have gotten one card, but that wouldn't have been good. It was whatever the Empowered Warrior that he sent to the graveyard with Empowerment that he discarded to summon. Like, he could have summoned that off of his copy of Soul Charge, but would that have really been worth it? Most people don't want a Soul Charge for 1, so I don't really think that would have been a great play, but I still thought that this was a pretty decent duel, especially considering the decks that were in here. So whatever you guys thought, give the video a thumbs up, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already. Turn on that notification bell for daily videos.